Hello, all you Turbomans and boosters. Welcome back to the channel. You like what I did there? It's pretty cool. 'Tis the season of darkness, bitter cold, and extreme depression, but also Christmas. Yay. The holiday season does a fairly good job of getting one out of a funk, no matter how temporary, and however you may celebrate, one thing is true. It's a fun time. I guess technically you may hate the holidays. It does bring forth those awkward family conversations at the dinner table, hostile interactions about gas prices and whatnot, but in general, it seems with everyone having their own way of celebrating whatever holiday they do, people are a little more jolly, I'd say. Personally, I love to escape the depths of seasonal depression with a warm beverage, a cozy blanket, and kitty snuggles, accompanied by the perfect Christmas movie. A film in general has to prove itself within the first few minutes to grab the attention of all those iPad babies and their exhausted parents. I think it goes without saying this is where a Christmas movie needs to make the perfect first impression. Beautiful snow, cozy feels, and a holiday aesthetic is a must on the visual side of things. Even if you live somewhere that doesn't snow, I know you're craving a white Christmas without the freezing consequences. Don't lie. Far too often, films go for a seasonal look and fall short. I've immediately lost interest if I get no clue of the holiday season from the beginning, because what's the point? If I'm specifically looking for something to help me celebrate the season, then I'll just move on to something that gets the job done. Beyond the look and feel of Christmas time though, I'm a firm believer that Christmas films are born from Christmas stories, not just the background decoration. This is to say the holiday itself needs to have an effect on the main characters and their decisions. Die Hard, for example, many will argue is an action film set at Christmas time. However, you can also make the argument that the only reason Bruce Willis is there to save the day is because of a Christmas party.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
So maybe that example is a little more loose. In Home Alone, however, Kevin has two main conflicts. Scary burglars want to rob my house because they think my family is all gone for Christmas, and I miss my family because it's Christmas, the time of year we spend with the ones we love. Both external and internal issues in the film are directly affected by the holiday itself, making the seasonal setup perfect for Kevin's story. Let's take it back to high school literature with the Inciting Incident. Buddy's dad is on the naughty list in Elf. Santa falls off Scott Calvin's roof in The Santa Claus. Kevin is left home alone in, yeah, you get it. Similarly to the setup of the perfect Christmas movie, the Inciting Incident has to be directly affected by the holiday season. Otherwise, why does it matter what season it is at all? There's always that little conflict at the beginning of a film that ultimately makes you dedicated to see it through to the end. This is the point of the film where the story really needs to grab a hold of us and say, this is not good for our main character. What will they do about it? Stick around to find out. And then we do. The 2008 Christmas film, Four Christmases, is an extraordinary example of how a killer inciting incident works. Our two main characters, played by Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, are avoiding Christmas with their oddball families by planning a trip to Fiji instead. In order to not hurt their families' feelings, they typically take these Christmas vacations and tell their families they're doing charity work in third world countries. Unfortunately, this year a storm hits and their flight to Fiji is canceled. So many flights are canceled, in fact, that a local news station is interviewing residents at the airport, and they, of course, run into our two main characters. Not only is this a perfect way to trap these two in town, but we also get the cherry on top. Now all of their family has seen their faces on the news and knows that they're free for Christmas. And chaos ensues. It's really one of my favorite Christmas movies in the past couple of decades, so I highly recommend you add it to your must-watch list this year. Obviously, not every inciting incident in a Christmas movie is gonna be an act of God, but in its own way, even the little ones seem like it. Buddy the Elf is as festive as they come, being raised by elves and all, so when he finds out his own biological father is on the naughty list, it becomes his goal in that moment to make sure he can show his dad the magic of holiday spirit and get him on the nice list before Christmas. They really make you feel in the moment that you find out James Caan is on the naughty list like he's some kind of criminal. Buddy gasps out of disbelief. Everyone is stunned. How dare Buddy the Elf's own father be naughty and have no Christmas spirit? And from there, we're hooked to see how this relationship can be mended. Okay, I'm not a Hallmark hater or anything. I just think for the majority, they're bottom tier. Maybe I'll get some hate for this, but comedy is a necessity for a Christmas movie. Not saying it can't make me cry at any point in time. Most do. But what makes it a perfect film for the jolliest of seasons is making me belly laugh like Santa himself. After our inciting incident submerges us into the main plot, it's time for us to see what makes this so special. How are we going to reach the climax of the story unlike anything we've ever seen before? In Jeremiah Chechik's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the main issue is that Clark, portrayed by the Devil Incarnate, is awaiting his Christmas bonus, which he direly needs due to the great sum of money he's already deposited on a pool for the family. In his time of waiting, his anxiety... Aspen, please don't. In his time of waiting, his anxiety and frustrations only grow stronger by all of the stress his family brings during the holidays. It's a true tale as old as time. The most stressful time of the year, a dysfunctional family, and somehow trying to manage it all on top of your own issues. The wackiest plot points occur in true National Lampoon's fashion, which drive our main character to his wit's end ever so painfully as he awaits some pretty terrible news once that bonus comes along. We, as the audience, laugh at the chaotic energy we see in these films because we've been there, or someone we know has been there, or we know will be there eventually. Even if sized up to extreme circumstances, we feel that these chaotic moments are things we can relate to in our own lives and relationships. So it makes us laugh or cringe or even cry. And it is so entertaining to see that on screen and not have to deal with it ourselves. But maybe you are dealing with it yourself, in which case, I guess it can help you cope. It's time to make a decision. Something bad is happening and there's not much time to fix it or deal with it. All of this stress has been building up on the main character, and now the ultimate test has presented itself. What will they do? We've stuck with them this far, we might as well stay to find out. Christmas with the Cranks, highly underrated by the way, please watch it, Jamie Lee is my queen, is a perfect example of the breaking moment. The entire film, the Cranks are shut out from their community due to their lack of holiday spirit since they've decided to vacation instead of spend the holidays at home. This is because their daughter is going to be out of town and they don't really see a reason to celebrate the season alone or host their annual Christmas party. We get the chaotic energy throughout, with the neighbors essentially harassing the Cranks to try to get them to see the reason for the season or whatever. I'm totally on the Crank side on this one. But ultimately, their daughter calls with a change of plans. She's coming home for Christmas, and now they need to plan this party with little to no time. I really cannot believe this film has 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. 5. It is such a great premise and makes me laugh every time. There's usually a little more chaotic energy here after the main character's literal breaking point since they're being put on the spot to make a decision. We feel for them, we cry with them, we laugh with them. We've made this connection to this person that embodies so much of us that we can't look away from the train wreck in front of them, even in the cheesiest of moments. We're left on the edge of our seats wondering, is this the end? Things are falling into place quite nicely. Families are happy, main characters are joyous, the Christmas spirit is thriving as if by magic. Why did you get on my desk? You're not allowed. Get down. That's something magical. A quality that I've found most all of these Christmas films hit is that they all have a happy ending. I mean, take it from Andy Williams. It is the most wonderful time of the year. That comes with joy and togetherness. There's no room for cliffhangers, unless you count Jingle All the Way's ending credits scene.
Well, that makes me wonder.
What?
What did you get me?
In Love Actually, all of the different storylines we've gotten so invested in combine together in the ultimate happy ending. Even for those who don't deserve a happy ending, they still get this spark of forgiveness. I might have enjoyed it far more if Emma Thompson's character punted her husband, played by the late amazing Alan Rickman, across the airport like a football, but alas, if there's any time of year to forgive, I guess this qualifies. This film sticks with me because I think they pulled off the multiple storylines coming together perfectly, unlike many others that couldn't stand to the test. Even with all the turmoil our main character or characters have been through, they're given the happy ending they deserve, even if in reality it wouldn't happen that way. After all, the Christmas movie watching experience is crafted to give us hope, to remind us that even when things take a turn, there's always a way to get back on track, or something cheesy like that, I don't really know. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not ending this with my opinion on what the perfect Christmas film is. Truly, all of the elements I mentioned are utilized in so many different films in their own perfect way. Yeah, I've got a favorite, but I've also got a long list of Christmas movies that make the cut for I need to watch this every year or so help me. All in all, it doesn't matter what I think the perfect Christmas film is, but what you desire in a Christmas film to help you celebrate the holiday season you care about. I think it's no secret that my personal most wonderful time of the year is Halloween, and because of that, I can confidently tell you my favorite horror film, but we'll get to that in a different video. And while I love to celebrate Christmas, it's not my complete expertise. Thanks for watching, and I hope this at least pointed you into the direction of some new holiday films you might not have considered watching before. If you enjoyed and want to be in the loop next time a topic I'm particularly passionate about comes up, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Catch me at all the social links down below to chat in the real world and see what I'm up to at any given moment. Until next time, see ya.